Hey guys, what is up? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to episode number 7 of the HGTV 2016 Dream Home Let's Build. How you guys doing? Today we're going to be doing some interior. So last episode was landscaping, and I promised that today was going to be some interior work, so we're going to focus solely on the interior today. Before we get started with the building, I want to give you guys some quick updates of what I've done since last episode. I added a couple more of these palm tree designs out in the front and expanded the the driveway out to the road, and then I also continued to fill in some more of the granite going around towards the garage area, cleared out a little bit more space over here just so we had a little bit more breathing room, and then I also finished the tree line going all the way up to the road, and I think that's actually one of the cooler parts of the build. I really do like the design of that tree line. I think it kind of creates a property more or less. So just like that, you know, with the landscaping coming along nicely on this build, going along with last year's build, it kind of like creates this cool neighborhood feel now. So I'm liking it a lot. So what I'm going to be doing is working on interior today, and then probably off camera I will be finishing up the landscaping and then finishing up the interior after what we get done today. So this will most likely be the last episode of the building part of the series, and then the next video you see for this, guys, will be the final tour for this build. So let's go ahead and get started with the building. Let's not waste any more time. Today I'm going to be working on the living room, the master bedroom, and the master bathroom. So for today's building, I would like to get a decent chunk of the interior complete. So my plan is to start off by working on the living room here. So we're going to add these sitting areas, these lighting effects, and I've already done most of the ceiling, so that should be okay. And we've done the dining room over here. So I want to get this area complete. There's kind of like this painting on the wall. I'm just going to ignore that because we really can't do that in Minecraft. So try to get this area in. As you can see, it's a nice open floor plan. Looks really nice, and that's like the first thing I'm going to do. So after doing the living room, I'm going to try to tackle the master bedroom. So it's not that big of a bedroom. As you can see, we have the master bed right here, some paintings on the wall, and then this right here is the balcony. So that's like about it. There's just a small couch over here and things like that with a table in front of it. So we'll add that as well. So the master bedroom shouldn't be too bad. And then finally, the last thing I wanted to do is the master bathroom. So kind of an interesting floor plan in here. We have the big shower right there. There's a chandelier that runs down the middle. And then we have the entrance to the front balcony, as well as the sinks and things like that. There's kind of a little closet in between the sinks, which is pretty cool. And then in there, I think is extra closet. I think that's like the master closet for the master suite, I guess. So that's what we're going to work on today, the master suite, and then the living room is my plans for this interior episode. Alright guys, so let's get started on the living room. And one thing you guys might notice is that I switched out all of the floor in here with cobblestone. I was talking a few episodes back on how the wood paneling on the floor inside the real house was kind of like a gray colored wood. And I couldn't really find something that would work for that amongst the woods in the in the city texture pack. So I decided to use something that wasn't wood, and I did mention that I might consider doing this, and I ended up going through with it. I'm going to be using some cobblestone and just kind of imagine that this is some sort of like colored wood for like that grayer color. I do think it matches the walls a little bit nicer, and it does create a little bit of a nice atmosphere in here. So I am going to go with the cobblestone. I think it's a good solid choice, and let's get started placing some stuff down. So what I'm going to be doing for couches, and I'm going to be needing some gray wool. I'm going to need some quartz, some gray carpet, some dark oak wood stairs, and some beacons and some dark oak wood fences, and I think we'll start off with that. So here's what I want to do. I want to kind of create this area. So let's see, I'm going to place one chair here, and I'm going to make these chairs kind of large because I did this on last year's build, and it does fit the theme nicer. So I'm going to be creating these chairs a little bit larger than you would normally in Minecraft. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do, I actually probably need some snow as well for this. That'd probably be beneficial. And these couches are not going to be like the exact same color as the ones in the real build, because I really just can't do that. There's just not enough colors to go around in Minecraft for me to do something like that. So I'm going to be kind of doing my own thing with these, and they should turn out nice regardless. Alright, so I'm going to place the back of the couch right here. And then I'm probably going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these kind of like side parts. And like that. And then in the middle here, I'm going to place some dark oak wood stairs. Actually, no, I'm going to use quartz for this, just so it matches the same color. I'm also going to grab some quartz slabs, place those there, and then some carpets on top. And that's more or less what I'm going to do for my couch designs. I think this is a solid option, so we'll do that. And then I'm going to do another couch over here. Kind of want to have it like the same, line it up on the same blocks that I would on the other one, so that's good. We'll do that. And then I'm going to place the upside down stairs and slabs. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 and 4. There we go. And then we're going to place the carpet. So that's how I'm going to do those couches. And wait a minute, I just put that one a little bit closer than I wanted to. I'm trying to decide, does it look better farther away or closer? Because it does get a little bit close to the kitchen if I do it like that. So I think what I'll do is I'll move this one in one extra block. So that's what we'll do to fix this problem. Because I want to make sure that there's plenty of walking space to get to the kitchen area. So we'll move this one in, that's fine. And I'll go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. And there's 5 and 4. There we go. And then place the quartz back. So this is what I'm going to do for these couches. I think this is a pretty decent option. Might even throw some carpets on top here just to add a little bit more to it. There we go. Alright, so there are my chair designs and my couch designs, but we're going to need 2 more chairs on the other side to kind of match that. So I'm going to place one here and one here. Double stack that, place the quartz, and place all the carpets. And there we go. We kind of have our sitting room area of the house, which is cool. Next thing I'm going to do is place a couple of upside down dark oak wood blocks on each side of the couches, and I'm also going to place a little table along this wall here. I'm going to grab some upside down stuff for that. So we'll do that. And now I have to place some lighting. So this is potentially a problem, because obviously if I place, you know, a beacon like that, that will obviously melt the snow. So I'm probably going to actually have to switch that out for another block. We're going to have to find an alternative to that. And we'll figure that out in just a second. But as you can see, it just melted that really quick. So next thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add the ceiling designs here. So I'm going to take these down to there. And we're going to just put some small chandeliers in the middle here. I believe there's 3 chandeliers on the actual build. I think I might just go with 2 and have them like symmetrical in the middle of the room. Obviously not that low down, so we'll raise them up a little bit. Whoops, and place that there and there. I think that's a decent height. Might make that go up 1 block more than it is. Place it here instead and break that. I think that's going to be a little bit better. So let's see what I want to do now. I think what I'll do now is add the coffee table in the middle. I'm going to place this with just a couple of glass blocks, just like 3 glass blocks on the top there. Pretty simple. And what else can we do? Maybe we can do that a different color of glass. Possibly some white glass. I think that'll look a little bit better. Yes, it will. Alright, cool. So now what I have to do is decide what I want to do with these lamps, because I want to put these on all the sides. So let me grab some more beacons. I'm going to place these here as well. And this is going to melt the snow. I just have to kind of deal with it. So there's like ways around this. One thing I could do, this is like my first thought in terms of like how to work around this. I have a couple of ideas actually. Idea number 1 is to just kind of place this going all the way across, but leave the carpets not on the last ones and place those there as the sides, like the armrests. Or I could do a couple of quartz stairs like that. I think that's what I'm going to go with as a compromise. Side stairs, yeah, that'll look good because it does match the legs of the couch anyway, so that does work. All right, we'll go with that. So there is our living room area. Really, what we have to do now is add some coloring to this. So I'm going to add some different kinds of flowers, and I might even expand these tables. And I'll probably even like do that actually. I can turn these tables here and place some random flowers. Might even actually put a tulip there instead, an orange tulip. Same thing on this side. Just expand these tables so I can place some flowers. I'll probably do maybe one more kind of flower here. Let's go with the daisy. And we'll place that there. And just like that, we have some flowers and some more color in this space. And if I could, unfortunately you can't do this, but if I could do it, I would place a Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just compromise and do this. So I can actually place a flower pot there and place an extra flower in the middle. All right, we'll do that. And what else can we add to this? So we're looking pretty good. I want to add some curtains. That's definitely something I want to do. Let me see. How do I want to approach this? I did something like this on last year's Let's Build. So I want to try to do the same thing. What I did was I had a lining of slabs go across, and then I kind of had the curtains like running over the top of the window a little bit, so kind of be like draped slightly. So something like this, and maybe an extra block there, and maybe like one more right there. Maybe extend this one down an extra block, and just kind of have some, you know, little curtains going down. That's perfect. Okay, so what can we do now? This is looking pretty good for this room. I think this room is just about finished. I'll probably end up adding some things on this table, but we'll do that later on. But that's pretty much what I want to do for this room. So when you're walking into the house, this is like the living room area where there's a lot of sitting and you can, you know, relax and, you know, talk to your friends or whatever. And then the pool is like right out here, so it's like really close to the outside. Open floor plan, very Floridian for sure. Lots of open floor plans in Florida, so that's good stuff. Let's go ahead and move on upstairs to the master bedroom. So this area is going to be a little bit more complicated than downstairs, so we're really going to have to put our Minecraft thinking caps on for this, because this actually looks really good from a little upstairs view. I like this a lot. By the way, I forgot to mention, I switched out the staircase for quartz instead of the oak wood. Thought it looked a little bit better. So anyway, let's get started on the master bedroom. So for the master bedroom, we're going to have a bed and a couple of night tables next to it, and then we're going to have a couch in this corner. One thing you might notice is that I did slightly change up the floor plan from the actual house. You access the master bathroom from actually inside of the master bedroom. I decided to move it outside into the hallway, so you have the bedroom door there and the bathroom door there. And the reason why I did this is because there was like a small inconsistency with the size of the staircase. The proportions in real life don't match Minecraft proportions, so I had to make a couple of compromises, which is totally fine because I still think it looks absolutely fine the way I have it right now. So anyway, let's come inside here and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and place a lining of slabs again, and this is going to be for our curtains. I'm going to keep these curtains really simple. I'm just going to have them go straight down. I'm not even going to have them like going over the windows at all or anything like that. I just want to keep them simple. And then I'm going to add the bed, which is like one of the most important parts. So for the bed, there's a couple of different ways I can do it, because the bed is kind of it's an interesting looking design, so I want to try to make it as close to accurate as possible. I'm probably going to use some quartz for this as well. And I'll probably need some carpet for this, maybe some cyan, maybe some snow. Snow would be useful. Some light gray wool will probably help, and maybe some stairs for the headrest. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just count this off. Let's see, one. I want to leave like 2 blocks on both sides, so this is gonna be a 5-block wide bed in total. So how this works is there's kind of like a board around the bed, and it's really, really slim, so I don't even know if I'm going to add it, because I don't know if it's even going to like work for Minecraft, but I'll give it a try. So we'll start off with this little headboard here. Really simple headboard. And then basically I'm just going to kind of fill this in. Take this down a decent amount of blocks, probably to like about right there will be fine. And then again, adding these, actually I'll probably trim that 1 block. These pillars I'm doing right now are incredibly skinny. Like they're half, like probably like a fourth of the width of what we have here in Minecraft. There's no block in the game to represent what that is. So I'm probably just gonna not even keep them at all. Or if I do, I'll just make them. I won't like have them connect across. I'll just leave them like that. And then for the pillows, we're gonna place a couple of pillows right there, possibly. Maybe do some 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe do 1, 2, 3. I want to kind of like leave a small sliver of space there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe in the middle we'll do 1, 2, 3, or yeah, we'll do like that. We'll do 2, and then on the sides here, let me grab some carpet. Kind of have these run across. And then what I think I'm going to do is add a little bit of a cyan trim to this as well. I want the covers of the bed to be kind of 2 different colors there. That's fine. That's actually perfect like how it is. I think I'll just go with that. And then next to that, we're going to have some blocks of quartz to represent our night tables. And I'm going to have some, we'll have some lamps on this, using some beacons. Going to try to keep these a decent amount of blocks away from that snow. So hopefully that snow doesn't melt. It might melt, but I'm hoping it doesn't. Right here, we could absolutely add a painting. There's mirrors here in the actual build. I'm not even going to bother with those because we really can't do mirrors in Minecraft, so I'll just leave it how it is. But I think this is a pretty solid looking master bed right here. So really the only other thing I can think to add is maybe just take some quartz across there, and just so like the headboard is a little bit higher than the pillows. But other than that, pretty good. And then basically the rest of the space over here we just leave how it is. There's going to be a table and a chair here, so I might have to trim these curtains because they do take up a lot more space in Minecraft than they do in real life, so I might have to do that. There's a bunch of like random paintings on these walls and stuff like that. Might add those, probably won't though. And then over here what we have to do is add a couch. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is actually just get rid of these curtains. They just take up a little bit too much space. As much as I like them, like the thought of doing stuff like that, I just don't know if I have the space for it. So anyway, coming over here, we're going to add the couch. So this is going to be a really simple couch. Nothing too fancy. I'm going to just make it pretty much all white, so I'm going to be using a lot of quartz for this. And I think yeah, that's good. I'm just going to grab some slabs as well. Probably also going to grab some dark oak wood stairs, and we're also going to need some lamps. So let me go ahead and grab those as well. And then we're also going to add like a little table in front here, a little glass table. Okay, so for the couch, we're going to do 4 blocks across, just to kind of line it up in the middle of the room. I'm going to place some dark oak wood stairs on the sides, and this is where the lamps are going to be. Put a couple of lamps there. And then what I'm going to do is probably place some quartz stairs on the side like that. A couple more full blocks. And then we'll do some upside down stairs there, like that, and do something like that probably. And that's basically what I want to do for that couch. That's actually like fine. I could potentially add like some cushioning here, like something like that. That's perfect. All right, and then out in front here we're gonna add a little table. Cool. So that's kind of like perfectly using that space actually from the actual build. The couch there, and then there's like the bed right next to it, so that's really awesome. Let me go ahead and throw the door on this build, and I think we're pretty much good with this part of the room. I'll come back in later and maybe add some paintings and some other small details, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. Also, I might switch out the floor so it's not dark oak wood. I think I just laid this down as like a base to get started. And then out here, we're going to have some more sitting areas and things like that for the back balcony. As you can imagine, if this was a balcony overlooking the coastline, it would probably be a really nice place to sit in the morning or at night. And, you know, that's like part of the reason what makes this master bedroom the master bedroom. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the bathroom now. Okay, guys, so the master bathroom is going to be a little bit more complicated than the other stuff we've done so far because of, like, the wall color. So, basically, this whole room is white walls, so I already did most of that here on the front. And this small little sliver of space here is where the toilet's going to be. Ideally, I would like to make that 3 blocks wide so you can actually, like, walk back and forth, but it's just not going to work because I want to have plenty of space for this shower. So we're going to start off with that. And how I'm going to do this is I'm actually going to go ahead and place just a lining of quartz just filling this whole area here like that. And then what I'm going to do is actually grab some snow and some light gray wool. And I'm just going to put a little table here in the corner, and I'm probably just going to make this a little bit taller as well. So just to add that little table. And then basically in the front of this is just some glass. So let me go ahead and add some white stained glass. We'll throw this out in the front. And that's where the screen of the shower. So it's going to be, instead of a curtain, we're actually going to have a glass door for the shower. So that's actually good. I do like that. And then probably the entrance to it will be, I would say, right here. And what I should probably end up doing is making a little step up. So I'll do some stairs here to kind of connect it to the ground, and that'll look a little bit better. There we go. So that's good. So we have our shower in there, and that's absolutely good. Really what I have to do now is add some tripwire hooks as the shower head We'll do one of those right there. So there we go. And we have ourselves the little shower area. So now let's go ahead and add the toilet. Real quick, what I want to do is actually start to switch out this floor. And this floor is going to be basically the same color as the rest of the house. Most of this house is basically wood, like kind of like that grayish looking wood. So having the toilet here, or sorry, having the floor here, not the toilet. I don't know why I said that, but having the floor here be the same as every other color in the house is what I'm going for. And I only laid down the wood just so I could get like a picture of what I was going to do. So it's going to come in pretty handy here, just kind of switch this out. And I think it's going to help me visualize the final product of it a little bit more. So there is the stone. We have that put down. Really the next decision I have to make is whether or not to double stack this wall. And I could absolutely do that, and I probably am going to do that. Because it is a white wall and I want the whole thing to kind of match. So I am going to make a little compromise here and double stack this wall, even though it does take a decent amount of space away from the build, but that's fine. So I'm going to again add a upside down quartz stair right there. And the reason why I'm double stacking it is because it would bonk into like this space here, and that's not really what I'm going for. I want it to be blue on the outside. And as you can see, most of this ceiling is blue, so there's not really a whole lot of color differences in this house. Okay, so now that the toilet's put in, as you can see, it's kind of just like sitting in that little corner there, which is fine. This room in here, I honestly am not even sure what I'm doing with this room. It's going to be the master closet, but it's like a walk-in closet, I guess. So I'm probably just going to put some shelving in here or something like that. But now let's focus on this wall. So what I'm going to do is grab some quartz and some light gray wool, and some quartz is probably what I'm going to use for this. And I'm going to start by putting these sinks in. So we're going to do 3 across there and 3 across there. And we're going to add the carpet on top of that. And then what I'm going to do is grab some light gray wool and just take this all the way up to the ceiling. And that's basically just like a little cabinet in the middle there. So I'm going to grab some tripwire hooks and place those there so you could open that. And maybe open another one right there. And then essentially everything else here is just going to be... well, actually, one thing I need to do is this. I need to switch out this for a quartz stair so it looks like the sink. And then I have to place the faucets as well. That's actually a lot of tripwire hooks. Maybe I should take off those just so it doesn't look like there's that many. And then lastly, we have to add the mirror here. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to use some white stained glass for that, just to add the mirrors. Because they're double. That's one of the nice things about double stacking that wall, is I actually can place something that looks kind of like a mirror. Alright, so that looks pretty good. And really the last thing I have to do is just add a little wastebasket in the corner here. So I'll just throw a cauldron down. And then there's also a bathtub, which is, it's kind of like a funny place for it, but there's a little porcelain bathtub that's just kind of sitting right there. And I guess that's like how I would do it. It's an interesting looking design that I've really haven't seen before. So it's basically like a little tub that's just basically standing in the middle of the room. That's like right next to the shower. So I guess that's how I would do that. And that's pretty much it for the master bathroom. Probably add some more color in here, things like that. Maybe some flowers just to kind of spruce it up, because it is a lot of white, but that's a pretty good base for it. So with that, guys, that's going to conclude this episode of the HGTV 2016 Dream Home Let's Build. We got a good chunk of the master bedroom done and the master bathroom. So the master suite is coming along very nicely. Have to add some more lighting in these places as well. That's probably the master bathroom needs a little bit more lighting to it for sure. But other than that, we have the downstairs area looking good. So the rest of the stuff I'm going to do off camera is the kitchen, those rooms back there, and then that's basically it for the house. I mean, I have to do the media room, and then the house is going to be done. So I'm going to do those rooms off camera, and then I'm going to be doing the rest of the landscaping off camera. And then I'm going to come at you guys with the final tour of this build. So it's about 90% complete, guys. We only have a little bit more to do, and I will do the rest of it on my own time. And then we will have a nice final tour for this build, just like we did for last year. So, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the HGTV 2016 Dream Home Let's Build. This was another fun Let's Build. This one was actually very challenging, I thought, because this house wasn't really the best house in the world for converting it to Minecraft. Much more difficult than last year for sure. So, 7 episodes is what it took to get this far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a very challenging build, but it was also very fun at the same time. And it's not done yet. I still have a few more things to do on it, but it is looking really great how it is right now. So I'll see you guys for the final tour of this build in a few days. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.